Hey guys. So the other day, there was some event in Minecraft. The guy who they said in middle school he took out a rib so he could give self fellatio. Uh, he's
Marilyn
an
Manson.
artist. Yeah, yeah. They did an event that was like a scary big house. Yeah, it was a scary squarey Manson mansion. Welcome to Beer League Benchwarmers. Today we're talking about our Call of Duty Warzone impressions and boating. Hey guys, I'm Kyle, and today I'm a soup. I'm joined here with Sean, uh, who recently adopted 4 cows, and Jake, who uh
Moo.
ate a solid thing of cereal. Like it was just cereal, and he just ate it like a burger. It was
All
crazy.
right. That's impressive, Jake.
What kind of cereal was it?
Marshmallow.
I don't remember because I passed out from a sugar coma.
Yes. And Rick is not with us because he's doing secret government work involving bananas and periscopes. That's really doesn't I don't like that. We'll think of something else. Anyways, so new game came out, Call of Duty Warzone. It actually did not just come out. I misspoke. It updated with the new Vanguard. There's a new map based in the Pacific. It's much different than the old map, and we're all Call of Duty nerds, so we've been playing it a little bit here and there. And I just wanted to gather your guys' opinions, and I'm going to bring up one of the debates that is happening online as well. But first off, what are you guys' impressions of the new map first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I've only been able to play like 4, maybe 5 matches. I mean, with going out of town this weekend, I'm very limited in my experience with it. I enjoy it. I like the environment. Some of the environment is really, I feel like it's too much. Those damn birds distract the hell out of me. The random planes flying over, like I don't know. Like I don't really think that those were necessary to be put in. But overall, I mean, it's Warzone. It's a new map, which is new. It's cool. Again, I haven't been able to go on the entire map, so we're Vanguard or not Vanguard. Verdansk. Thank you. Is another V word. Was a lot of city. This one doesn't seem to be a lot of city, at least for the half of the map that I've been able to go to.
Yeah, most of it's a big mountain.
Yeah, which is nice, but then it's like it's Star Wars. It's you got to have the high ground.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I like it too. But cool. Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right. I've also enjoyed it.
I will say no. That's my fault. I will say like there's still cheaters and hackers.
Oh, really?
The anti-cheats and stuff like that. Yeah.
I haven't encountered any yet, luckily, that I know of. But yeah, I know a lot of people were upset about the ground loot and stuff too. But yeah, Sean, what are your first impressions?
I like it. It's very vibrant. I can tell you that. Definitely kind of too eye pleasing to the point where I'm like kind of focusing on something and I'm like, oh, I probably should be paying attention to the game because I'm like, look at this. Like, look at this architecture over here. Look at these ruins, or look at this building, or look at this. I'm like, oh yeah, there's enemies around here trying to kill me. Like, I should probably pay attention. I know the game just came out. I'm sure there's going to be updates and fixes and stuff, but there's a lot of glitches, especially with the one STG. I want to say it's when it's uncommon. You go to pick it up, and the whole butt stock is just blocks. So when you aim down sight, you can't see anything. Your whole screen's covered by blocks. And not only did I pick that up in the Warzone, that was also my gun in the Gulag the other day. So I couldn't shoot at all. I couldn't see. But on the bright side, it was the same for the enemy too. But still didn't matter. I lost. Definitely some cool features. Like the plane idea, I think is kind of cool. I know there's no helicopters now, so it's really no way to transport your team from one end of the map to the other. But I've seen videos.
There's no helicopters?
I don't believe so. At least not yet.
Okay.
But I see people jumping on the wing of the plane and are holding on and flying. They're flying. So I don't know if that's going to last. But Kyle and I did find something cool today when we were playing. There is anti-aircraft guns that you could control.
Yeah.
And I shot a plane out of the air.
Most of it's on like the coastline and stuff like that.
Yeah. I forget where we landed, and I saw them like, what is this? And it was like showing on the map as like a vehicle indicator. I'm like, what? So I hopped in it. I'm like, oh, this is an anti-aircraft gun. And I saw a plane coming and I shot it out of the sky. It was cool.
My question is, can those get blown up? Like if it's being labeled as a vehicle.
I would assume.
So like if
Let's try that.
You had time and you're in an airplane, you just shoot them all down, and then there's no homing missile. I understand that. That's what I said.
I don't know if they're
time.
I don't know if they're homing.
No, I know they're not. I'm saying since there isn't homing rocket launchers.
Oh yeah.
If you took those down, you're golden.
Just flying circles in the last circle.
Well, yeah, that's not as tight of a circle. Like you can't turn as tight as that is. But you're right. You're golden until like the last couple circles, I should say. You're right.
And I don't know if it's just because of the inexperience of people with the map, and maybe it would just me having my guns updated and from Vanguard and whatnot. But I seem to be doing a little bit better in this one than I am in Verdansk.
I will agree. The few matches we played, I was typically like whenever we all play, I would be typically second at highest or highest in kills. And sorry, Sean, you're usually like bottom.
None taken.
But now you're top. So like
I'm averaging like 3 kills at least.
It has been a complete 180 with your kill death.
Yeah. Normally in the old one, if it was us 3, it would be me standing somewhere saying there's enemies nearby, Jake actually killing people just randomly, and Sean just running at the enemies that I spotted and stopped paying attention to. And I'll be like, oh crap, Sean's going that way. We should probably,
I might have sent it to you guys, but there was, I don't know if it's a GIF, a TikTok, a meme, whatever it is, but nonetheless, there's something out there on the World Wide Web that basically said in every squad there's got to be one guy that just goes in and finds the shit, and that's Sean. Like he'll be like, all right, well, there's 7 people here. I'm like, all right, well, we're not on there.
Room's full.
Yeah.
Full team.
This isn't where I park my car.
It's helpful for us.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm happy it's not me. Maybe if I keep playing this, it will be me. Who knows?
But yeah, definitely there's not a lot of city cover in this. So there's a lot of fields, of forests. I don't know, kind of cover, but there's a lot of openness in this one. So you can see people coming.
See, the little bit that I've played, it didn't seem like there's a lot of openness. It seems like there's a lot of like the forest, like by
there is jungles.
Village. Yeah, it's very dense. So you get a lot of cover. So like right now, my current class is I have an automaton and then I have a Car 98. Car 98 is almost not useful at this point because I haven't been able to have the sight lines get so obscure. Again, I've only played maybe 40% of the map, but I haven't been able to use the Car 98 as much as I would have used snipers in Verdansk.
Yeah. I feel like the snipers aren't as powerful either. Like it's harder to get
that doesn't make sense to me. That because I was looking at the classes the other day, I was looking at the weapons, and the Car 98's at the same power as the Car 98 in Warzone or in Modern Warfare, and the 3-line one, and what was it, the Type 100 or whatever?
Type 99.
99. Were more powerful, but yeah, and then but on multiplayer in Verdansk or Vanguard, the Car 98 stronger. So I was like, all right, that's a little weird that those stats are.
Yeah, the stats are.
I do know, like our first match, Sean. So it would be my first match. We finished 9th, but like I had a headshot lined up, shot him, and I whited him. I didn't even break armor, and like I wasn't super far away. It would have been probably just outside of range of an assault rifle, but like a good hit on it as an assault rifle. But like normally that would at least broke armor. So it was like that was my eye opener. It's like maybe I don't run around with a sniper then. Like maybe I run around with a grenade launcher so that way you get surface or area damage like behind some of these coverages.
Yeah, it's gonna open up different strategies. That's part of the reason I like it. The snipers, whether they're more powerful or not, they seem harder to use. Like for me at least, I haven't set up a good class yet. That's probably true for a lot of people. I don't see as many snipers now. So that opens up some things because you don't have to worry so much about getting randomly one shot killed from halfway across the map. So that opens up the playing field a little bit. And the guns are just generally not as, I don't think they're as long range so far. I guess we'll see as time goes on. More attachments get explored, but
your long range is probably your LMGs still.
Yeah, there's only a couple that have a decent long range that actually works. Like a couple of the attachments for the automaton, but there's some other ones like I had the STG set up where it should have been long range, and I wasn't hitting dude to save my life. Like, all right.
We'll say, as a disclaimer, we are sitting 4 days into it, 5 days into. There's already metas out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. The automaton has
the automaton. Yeah.
The automaton, the MP40, the NZ. That's got a meta. None of the metas have I seen as an LMG or a sniper or a shotgun, but doesn't say that that's not going to change. Look how many times the meta changed for Verdansk. But that's why, like me personally, I don't follow the metas. I follow what works for me.
Yeah,
like fucking Verdansk, I love the M4. Everybody hated the M4, but I loved it because it worked for me.
Yep. Same thing. I use the Kilo all the time, or I like the M13 also.
I did end up going to the Kilo, but yeah, which the Kilo was meta for a while.
Yeah.
But there's metas out there. So even as we sit here and criticize things, you're distracting me, Kyle. Sorry. Even as we sit here criticizing things, like there are metas out there, then people can argue, well, those would do this that you guys are arguing about. I'm sure there is. But just for me, my experience, as limited as it is, this is what I've seen. The next time I go on Warzone, I could probably I have the opportunity to get 20 sniper kills. That might change my opinion on it.
Yeah, this is our first impressions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say I am enjoying this though a lot. I mean, I enjoyed Verdansk, but we played it for so long it just got boring. So now that the fact that we have something new for once, it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
And all the guns are new too.
And that's what I hope that they learned a little bit. Where I mean, they're not going to do a new map every year, every 6 months, but Verdansk just never changed. I'd be scrolling through videos and it's like, did I watch this video already? Like it looks similar.
But even like
when it's the same thing.
Even when they dumbed it down to the 1980s one, it was still not the same.
Which I never played it like that.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
I already tuned out Warzone at that point.
Yeah, we had already lost taste. Like
Mm-hmm.
It was
Like they added motorcycles. I didn't know that. Or I never played with it as motorcycles. I just didn't care. Like it was just like too little, too late at that point.
Yeah,
They
and
had done that 6 months before then. I might have been more interested in it. But I just hope they learn that not to wait so long.
Yep, I agree.
Well, yeah, development time is an issue as well.
Fuck it's Activision. They don't care about it.
No,
That's true.
People are still spending money.
And
By the
people
way,
are still being
Bobby
forced to
Kotick-
work 7 days a week and 120 hours a week and all that shit.
Bobby Kotick sucks and should be fired.
Well, if your name has the word dick in it, you're probably terrible.
Yeah.
What's your impression, Kyle?
I overall am enjoying it. The planes are fun, but they seem like there's not a lot of use for it. Where the helicopters, even if you weren't using it just to get from point A to point B, it's nice to have a helicopter so you can quickly evacuate if you need to, or move around the map quickly.
You can't do that in a plane. Oh man, I got a most wanted. Let me hop in this plane and take off down this straight road, and hopefully I can get up in time. Like a helicopter, I can go left and right quick.
Have you guys been in a plane yet?
I have.
It doesn't take you that long to get up.
No. Okay.
It's like Viagra. It's pretty like, but like, see, Most Wanted to me, I feel like would be more beneficial now as a plane as it was in a helicopter before, because of homing missiles and C4s. Like, you can't put something on a helicopter, wait for somebody to get it, or a plane, wait for somebody to get it to then blow it up. There's lethals aren't in it yet. Where a plane, it's constantly moving, so like you really have to aim an RPG or whatever. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's, to me, more difficult. And they are not easy to get around, but you can get from point A to point B. Like the little bit that I was in it, it's not for me. I completely agree with you, but I was able to fly around, shoot at a couple people, get into a little bit of a dogfight, and I was like, all right, I crashed it and landed near you guys. Like, as a team, you're right. It doesn't have the practicality as a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that. I like it because you got into a helicopter in the last couple circles. Like I think maybe it was the three of us. I can't remember. There was somebody in a helicopter in the final circle that just hovered. And it's like, I didn't have any RPGs or nothing. I couldn't shoot. Like, I just loaded into it. But like, by the time I blew it up and they got down, I'm out of ammo.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that they have it right now as it is. I like that the vehicles are nerfed pretty much. So like, I haven't even been in a vehicle, like a land vehicle. So I couldn't even tell you what those are like.
The Jeeps are loud.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're not great at going up hills either. I was hoping they'd be like
they're cheap.
Yeah.
There is a bit bigger of a utility vehicle that has a gun on the back now that you can shoot.
That's really cool.
We gotta try that one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I like it, and I think there's a lot more of the situations that I particularly like, where it's like you have whatever random guns you found, and you're fighting a team that also has whatever random guns they found, and you just basically have to adapt. Like, we were in a gunfight with a team at a gas station, and it was like, I have a shotgun. I'm just gonna run at them, see what happens. I think we ended up winning that fight, just barely. Yeah, it's you get into weird situations like that where you wouldn't normally. And that brings me to the big hot topic. You can't really see this, but this meme is the Spider-Man meme, and he says, "I'm nothing without my loadout." And then Tony Stark says, "If you're nothing without your loadout, then you shouldn't have it."
I remember that line.
Yeah, me too.
It's got iconic line in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Really set up Endgame.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's I've noticed on Reddit in particular, there's two very, very different viewpoints that people are arguing, because there's a change to the loadouts. Now you cannot buy a loadout before the first loadout drops. Where before, apparently the meta was you get as much money as you can, immediately get a loadout, You get your heartbeat sensors, your perks.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get perks is a loadout.
Yeah, and then go get your second loadout when your 3-1 drops and have your 2 meta guns ready to go right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your first one is, your overkill class. And then
Yeah.
your second one is your ghost and cold blooded and all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can see both sides of the argument, but I'm a fan of the changes for now. It does help. The big criticism is it helps out newbies. Well, that's fine. I'm a newbie. I'm a casual player. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not an expert.
I think it's fun though. You get into these crazy situations in the beginning of the match, at least, where before it was like there's a 50% chance that a team is just gonna find you and just laser you down with their whatever automatons, and you just don't have a chance. Where now it's like they have an MP40 with 12 shots. I have a full auto shotgun with 8 shots. Let's see who wins. It's stupid fun stuff like that. My screen shook. But the other side of it is it does change the strategy. It does make it luck based if you get good loot or not. But yeah, I'm just curious where you guys stand on this issue. What do you think of the new loadout changes? Sean, why don't you start? Unless you need a moment together.
No, I like it. Just because like we ran into this situation earlier, that we were at an area where we had enemies come in and we killed them, and we were buying kill streaks or getting stuff set up, or I think I was buying you back, and you came down and grabbed the guy's UAV and popped the UAV. I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. He's like, oh no, nobody can have cold-blooded yet because the first supply door or our first loadouts haven't dropped yet. So I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it's like there's little things like that, just the awareness, knowing that, oh yeah, nobody can have any of their perks yet, so we're set, and it worked out in our favor, and we end up getting pretty well set up. That was the match we got 5th.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
I was just I died because I fell off a cliff and couldn't climb the rocks. That's why we lost.
That's still something that.
All right. Well, I'll piggyback on that. Like, that is one complaint I have with it being such a mountainous terrain is rocks are hard enough to climb in Warzone, even back when it was Verdansk. And now it's like you have to climb mountains to get out of the gas. But I do like this. I do agree that I think if you're reliant on your loadout, then you're not. I'm trying to word this, and I'm going to be completely blunt, and it's going to be worded wrong, but you'll understand what I'm saying. If you are only good with your loadout, then you're not good at Warzone. Like, if you need also, there's a million different guns or whatever, with the different type of attachments and stuff. If you can't use those and do good at, then why are you playing? If you're playing to get to the loadout and that's your only objective, that's your first and only objective, then that's not how you play it.
Yeah. You should be able to adapt.
I will say, like, the last match I think I played with you guys on Friday. Like, I had like $50,000 because I couldn't buy a loadout. Like, I had so much. So it's like doing missions, you get money, you get rewards, you get experience. Like, I get that. But the money is like the least important part now of it.
Yeah.
Where before it was arguably the most important part of it.
Yeah, other than, oh man, I need the money to buy them back. Oh, I got just enough to buy a loadout. Oh, I can't buy a loadout yet. Oh, I got $60,000.
I died with $50,000 K, and that person's now $50,000 more expensive. Like, so like you can only spend so much. You can't carry on more than one kill streak. So yes, the UAV is beneficial, but you can't just like bank them and have 10 UAVs just sitting on you.
Yeah.
So it is nice. It levels the playing field, and I agree that's good for the game. But it doesn't come without its cons as well. I like it. I hope it stays. I hope it doesn't change. With any future patch notes. But it's a totally different type of gameplay. And so far, again, in my limited experience, I have enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
As long as they fix the glitches with the guns that you can pick up, I'll be okay. I'm good with the,
Mhm.
waiting on loadouts.
Yeah. They're
Another
probably
thing-
going to edit those guns. And I know currently they have bloom, which means there's a chance, even if you're aiming directly at the target and the bullet would have hit them, there's a chance it doesn't. It just randomly goes in a different direction. So that's
I will say, and also for weapons being on the ground, there's too many of those goddamn cans sitting on the ground.
Yes.
oh the
There's
Kyle
way too many.
learned the great way about that today. He picked one up. We were at a dog fight at the power plant because Kyle had to get kills at the power plant. We were doing a scavenger. Our last crate was in the building. There was 2 dudes in there. I saw him go in. One clocked me, so I got back. Kyle picked up one of those canisters. He goes, "I'm going to throw this," and he threw it 3 feet in front of him.
Yeah, it doesn't go far.
And
Yep.
he blew Kyle. Kyle's like, "I just killed myself."
You know what the main purpose of them is?
Is it something with the zip lines?
Yeah, it's to kill campers. You can send one up as a zip line to blow up at the top of the zip line,
All
which
right.
is fine. Like, that's a cool thing to have.
But keep them by zip lines,
How many times does that happen?
right?
Yeah, that
Give
wasn't
me the
anywhere
real-
near a zip line.
No.
It
It
was
doesn't
just-
happen enough to where they have to be everywhere.
Yeah, we were in an area
There's
earlier.
more
There
of
was,
those canisters than there is guns on the map.
and I've noticed there's a lot of armor plates. I've seen a ton. Like I'll be
Yeah.
running around and I'm full on armor, and there's 10 still around me. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
That'll be good for late game.
Yes and no. I was gonna say something and now I can't remember.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a game I played, Uncharted, a really good game on PlayStation. And there's a mechanic in that game where you can just grab a propane tank and just throw it really far, and then you can shoot it and it explodes. And that's what I thought they were going to be like, but they weren't.
They weren't.
Nope. Need a shot put character that can throw that pretty far.
It's going to be the new operators, the
Oh.
Olympics, the Olympians.
Well,
My God,
you
the
could
Olympics is coming
Gotta
up.
use that girl, the one girl, that likes the NZ 41 or
Oh yeah,
whatever
she
it is.
was
she was an Olympic runner.
track
Yeah.
star.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, what was
I
I
think
gonna
he was part of
say?
the Barbarian.
If they were going to do Call of Duty Olympics, what gun would they use as the starting gun?
Revolver.
Pistol.
Okay. Machine pistol. Brr.
Okay.
On your mark. All right. But yeah, the other side of the argument though is that if everyone has access to their loadout, everyone can use the gun they're most comfortable with and stuff. But I argue that a lot of people just pick whatever the meta is based on whatever their favorite streamer is doing. And it's like, I don't know. It gets boring.
I mean, flat out, I'm at work with my coworker who remains to not be named. And I'm like, "Oh, what, you watch this Call of Duty clips?" He's like, "Yeah, kind of." I'm like, "Well, what do you mean kind of?" He's like, "I'm trying to figure out what the meta is. Why can't you figure that out on what your meta is? Why can't why do you have to go with what other people are telling you what to do?" But man, I would hate it if people told me to get vaccinated. Same thing, right?
Yeah. All right. Sean, did you ever think of your question? or-
I did not. It's gonna
Right.
bother me now.
You'll think of it when we're done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, something to think about. So when you pee, your urethra is a tube, right? With pee coming through it. When you're not peeing, is it just like a slit? Because it's not filled with air, like a surgical tube or something.
How is it not filled with air?
I'm trying to look at it.
Get a flashlight. I don't know. Maybe it is filled with air, but
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Maybe.
So
I don't like
So-
this question.
So,
makes me
so,
feel
so
uncomfortable.
let me rebuttal that then, Kyle. Say
Rebuttal.
your esophagus is the same thing as your urethra when you close your mouth.
Nope.
What's-
Nope. I
what's-
don't want to think of it like that.
What's there's air in there, right? Or in your
No,
Well, your
not
body's made up of
esophagus.
so much air, right? It's not like it's just in your lungs only.
so when your
Excuse me.
epiglottis shuts to transition between your stomach and
Mhm.
your lungs, when it covers your thing, what do you think's in between your lungs or your stomach and your mouth? There's air there in your stomach.
I think it would just be muscles that were closed. Because like when you burp, you can feel it coming up. And
That's because
just
it's air coming out of your stomach, though. That's also gases that were there.
Yeah. Weird.
Nothing
I
to
don't
say,
know.
Jake?
I don't like this conversation.
No?
I hate human biology. It creeps me out, man.
Oh, it's so cool.
No, it's not.
Oh, I
I'm
love
sure
it.
there are muscles that like vacuum it up, but like
Vacuum sealed.
pretty much. Like
That's
I'm
cool.
sure there is a little bit of air in your fucking dick right now. But that's probably why you don't when you're at a urinal, you don't pee instantly. There is that split second of while you're sitting there and then it comes out.
You ever have the thing where your sink gets an air bubble in it and it like sputters?
Yes.
I really thought you were going somewhere else. Like,
You
I'm
ever
just
pee in
gonna-
your sink? Yes. Yes, I have.
you ever have somebody pee on your chair?
Yes. Yes, I have.
I made that comment. Yeah, today actually. I was
Did you
like,
say
"Oh
it to-
hi." I was like, "Oh hi, name. I hope your
Hi, name.
sister doesn't pee on your chairs lately."
Can you
I
give
don't
me
know
an
if he-
abridged version of this story?
I don't know if he knows about that, Jake.
I'm sure
Um,
he doesn't.
I
Give me-
had a
give me
party.
the-
I'll give you the clip notes. I had a party at my parents' house. Things got quite out of hand. We did a lot of drinking, so people had to stay the night. A friend of my friend slept downstairs on the couch, and she got up in the morning while my mom was there to use the bathroom. Instead of going to the bathroom that was right across the couch, she went to the
3 feet
recliner.
away.
Yeah.
3
Went to
feet
the-
away.
Went to the recliner that was 2 feet away and peed in the recliner. My mom
That
was there
sucks.
watching her do it.
Oh,
She tried to
man.
wake her up.
Oh man, that's
Now the chair's gone, right? Obviously.
Yeah, you know where the chair is, Jake?
in
If
heaven.
you stay in like Kyle's dad's garage, I'm gonna throw up.
It sure is.
Are you fucking
I
kidding me?
swear, I swear to God. Yeah, Kyle, your dad took the chair.
Oh Jesus!
It's fine. It's probably
It's
washed out.
stuff for breezes for.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyway, so it's gonna get thrown if it's your chair, unless you're Kyle's dad. If it's your chair, you're seeing this happen. Would you rather be pee or poop?
Honestly,
probably
it might
poop.
be poop.
I would
Yeah.
say poop. Yeah, it'd
Yeah,
be
easier to
clean up.
clean.
You'd
Yeah,
probably
'cause
Not
salvage
only that, but
there.
it probably wouldn't if they were wearing pants and stuff.
Oh no, she didn't have pants on. She was like she was
Okay.
sitting on a toilet, Kyle.
Oh man. Oh no. Poor person.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't.
And you're more
depending on
mom.
depending on what kind of poop it is, it's probably not seeping into the fabrics.
Yeah, exactly. The urine's gonna soak down into the cushion, and
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah.
that's kind of the
Oh.
problem I'm running to right now with my chair, my
Are you
cats.
peeing in your
Yeah,
chair?
I can't.
Oh.
You got a bathroom, man. Like
My cats, not me.
I remember the one time when we were living together. You're like, man, I woke up really sweaty, or I pissed myself.
Oh man.
Had that happen plenty of times.
He was
Oh,
very
man.
sweaty, people. He didn't
Yes,
piss.
I did
himself.
not pee myself. I have not done that in a long time.
I shat myself just a few weeks ago, so I can't say anything. But that was
I'm
a stomach
sorry.
flu. I
That
did not make it
sucks.
to the bathroom.
Oh man. That's unfortunate.
I was about 2 seconds away from sitting on the toilet. I'm getting ready to pull down my pants, and it happened. You just stomach bug, man. You don't mess with it. It messes
Yeah.
with you.
I had that
Mm.
happen, except for I was camping with my parents. We were out hiking in the woods. I'm like, we were at a campground. I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. I ran to the bathroom, went to shut the stall. As I turned around to shut the stall, everywhere.
Oh no!
On a,
Did you just throw it in the fire?
yeah, we got rid of those shirts.
A friend of ours who went to Vegas and died
Neil Patrick Harris.
before the shenanigans in Vegas happened.
Okay.
This is a story through Rick. Rick and this person are working together. This person's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Comes down, and he's like, well, there goes one good pair of boxers. And Rick's like, what? So you just never trust a fart. And
Oh man.
imagine doing that at work.
Yeah.
That sucks. Gotta get those absorbable underwears.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Yep.
called diapers.
Some of them are. Yep.
Oh.
All right. Do you want to go on to the next topic then? Or do
Yeah,
any
next
last thoughts? All right.
No more shitty thoughts.
No, and I also don't want to go too deep into Call of Duty because we also still want to do a Call of Duty versus,
We got to do our second
Battlefield.
impressions as well.
and also our fourth member Rick has yet to play Warzone as well. So I want to get his input on it.
He hasn't
Yeah, I
played
think
yet?
no, he's
No.
been in.
He's too busy
I'm
filling
big-
in divots at golf courses.
He's fixing a divot.
Get that
Yep.
thing away from me.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is very important, guys. I have something I've been meaning to say.
Because it's that time of the season.
Yeah, just in time for Christmas. Let's go boating. But yeah, so we all have a small history of boating. We'll get into that, I'm sure. But it's a fun activity. You know, you buy a boat for $60, go out on the river. Should I say where we went to? The primary boating location? That's not too
No, I don't
private,
think so.
is it?
There's two primary locations.
Yeah, we went on to the Lake Erie sometimes.
Ontario.
Like, clearly I was paying a lot of
You
attention.
had a 50-50 chance and you picked the wrong.
But the other, we went to the Niagara River a lot, and that,
And that's a popular spot to go boating.
yeah,
anyways,
it's,
so.
it's really good for boating. There's a high current. It's a very, very big river. I didn't realize this, but if you go most places in the world and they say there's a river, it's usually like, you know, a fourth the size of the Niagara River, width-wise. Niagara River is very wide, and there's the falls on it.
If that's your dimensions, yes. Mississippi
Yeah.
River, fucking long.
The Mississippi River is also pretty big, I think, but there's a lot of rivers that aren't as.
Yes, right. Well, they're
Where
like the in-betweeners. They're not creeks, but they're not full rivers. They need to have its own name.
Crivers. No. Better than Rick's. Anyways, do you guys say creek or crick? What is a crick? Is that a thing?
It's the
Spelled
same
different?
thing.
It's the
Oh,
same
okay.
exact thing.
It's just how you pronounce it. Like,
It's
Okay.
like saying soda. I guess it's not the same as saying soda. It's like saying bagel or
Yeah.
Yeah, bagel or bagel. There you go. I see. Like, I know I say it wrong to most people, but then like when I really think about it, I don't know the difference. Bagel or bagel.
It's
So
pronounced. It's
Crick or
bagel or
crick.
bagel. Yep.
It's bagel.
Baggage.
Bagel.
It spells bag.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Bagol. I'm just gonna start calling them bagols now.
Bagels. Dude, I'm on board with that. I really am. Let's add this third. Bagels. Can I get a plain bagel with cream cheese, please?
Bagel.
Can I
I
get
put
a
this on the
1000%. I'm doing that next time I have the opportunity to order a bagel, and
Can
I
I get
want to see their reaction.
Mhm.
Can I get a bacon? Can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagol?
On a bagel. You know what the response is going to be? It's too early for this fucking shit. Just
They're gonna be
order
like,
it correctly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what they're gonna.
They're gonna get, then they'll give us a donut.
Right. Well, back to your definition of creek or crick. I've always called it the creek, but my grandparents always called it the crick. 18-mile crick. 18-mile crick, not 18-mile creek. I mean, I always called it 18-mile creek, but I don't know.
Huh.
I say creek.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. Yeah, same. I also like creek because it's like the noise, so that's cool. Anyways, it's good opportunity for jokes, you know. I hear a creek. And
You hear
never
water.
mind. Well, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry, I got lost in thought there. But yeah, so do you guys have any memories you remember from boating?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Any notable ones?
I have a
Don't-
few.
Unless you're fishing, don't go on the lake.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah,
have a
it's
couple with you
wavy.
guys, and I got one separately
Ooh,
that I'll share.
You can
okay.
go
But
first then. I'm excited for yours.
I remember when we went boating the one time, we were kind of toward Grass Island and there really wasn't anybody around. So we were out throwing the football around and stuff and swimming and whatnot. And your dad stayed on the boat and the three of us were in the water and the boat kept drifting.
I was gonna say, I remember this.
I was like, what's going on? So we get back on the boat and your dad can't get the boat started. And next thing you know,
Oh,
we're going
man.
under the Grand Island Bridge. I'm like, we're getting fucking far downstream.
Grand Island Bridge, that's closest to the Niagara Falls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We were-
don't remember what end it is, but
If
yeah.
you go much farther than that, the Coast Guard will come and say,
Mhm.
"What are you doing?" Because
Yes.
you're close to the falls.
we were venturing, and luckily we finally got it started. But this was also to the point, the one spot that we launched in to get in because it was a free launch, so we didn't have to pay. It was on the Erie Canal, and on the Erie Canal, it is a no wake zone, which anybody knows that is under 5 miles an hour, so you don't create any waves to disturb the surroundings and whatnot. Well, your dad, Kyle.
It did not cause damage
Yeah, exactly.
because the boats being on the docks, you don't want them slamming up against the docks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But your dad didn't really take that into consideration, and we were screaming down Lake Erie or down the Erie Canal until
I
we
was
got to
never more embarrassed at that point in my life. Now, obviously,
Yeah,
I've had a lot of embarrassing moments because there's people on their docks,
Yes,
motherfucking
yelling. But that was
Yeah.
the thing, because it was right. The one time that we went was around one of the concerts on a Saturday night that was at Canal Fest there in Tonawanda. So we're going through there, and we slowed down there because there was tons of boats. But before that, there's all these people that have docks and piers, and they're all sitting out on them drinking and partying and stuff because it was a weekend. And we're just kind of like hunkered down on the boat, and I just see all these people fucking yelling. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I remember that. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
shit.
I apologize for my.
That's
thoughts.
okay. That's okay.
To be fair, back then you were allowed to drink on a boat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now you're not.
yeah, that's a
No,
pretty
we're not.
big change.
Yeah.
Well, how do you guys feel about that?
Because it is now. There's no drinking at all, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's that. I know down in Texas, down here, it's the same as driving. So
Yeah,
legal
driver
limit,
definitely
0.08.
can't.
Yeah,
Well, I'm saying even like driving a car, it's 0.08 for even on the water.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. Not even a sip on boats now.
and you might not be able to have an open container, but that's not confirmed.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure because it also back in the day you had to do get a boating license.
Yep.
But then for like 5 to 7 years there was a window you didn't have to. It's just, anybody can get a boat, anybody can get on it. But now they're starting to bring back the boating license, which there should have been. You're driving a fucking motor vehicle.
Yeah, it's even if it's not anything like that, it's more along the lines of like guidelines and following like buoy markers and stuff like
like
that.
no
just to
wake
learn.
zones.
Yeah.
What else
Or-
you got for the stories?
Then another time I was boating with a few individuals that we used to work with at Reed's. We went on his boat, and there was probably like 7 or 8 of us on his boat, and we were out on Lake Ontario. And I think his boat was around the same size as yours, Dad's, Kyle's.
Your dad's probably an 8-footer.
So maybe a little bit bigger. So we were out cruising on the lake. It was fairly calm day, but enough chop that you could notice it. Well, a lot of people don't know, or if they don't know, Lake Ontario or the Great Lakes are big connection lakes for freighters to haul cargo in and out throughout the U.S. and around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lake Ontario is one of the deepest lakes of the Great Lakes, so the freighters are usually out there, but they're out deep. So the driver of the boat was like, "Come on, let's go catch this boat. Let's go catch this freighter." So we're close to shore. This boat's way out there.
Are you
so
guys
we're
pretending to be pirates or something?
we're just,
Right. That's what
just
I'm
to-
thinking. You're gonna get
just
shot
to-
at.
just to drive up on it or boat up on it. And so
I
we're
think I-
cruising. We're cruising and we're getting close and we're getting close. And the closer we get, it's like, holy shit, this ship is big. Never really put into perspective how big this boat was. And we get there, and this freighter's probably cruising along at good speed. Well, it's making some decent wake. So we're just on the outskirts of the wake. So the driver's like, "Come on, let's try and hit this wake with his boat."
No,
I'm like, "No, these are easily 5, 6, 7 foot waves that are not going to last on this smaller boat."
Mhm.
So we get around it. We end up going in front of the freighter, drove right in front of it, which is not the smartest thing ever, and coming back around and getting behind it and coming up closer to the rear to catch the wake, and we hit it. And I don't know if you guys ever seen that viral video of all the people flopping around and hitting the wake. Yeah, that was us. We did that. The whole front end went underwater.
Gosh.
One of our individuals almost fell overboard. I'm like, what the fuck is going
Oh
on?
my god.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, yeah, it was one of and the worst part is we're way the fuck out on the lake. So something happens, this boat sinks. That's a long fucking swim.
The freighter's not
to
gonna
be
care.
fair, to be fair, you could
So,
have the U.S. and or Canada help you.
That is true. We
Yeah.
were close enough.
Mhm.
yeah.
But,
Do you get
yes.
reception in the middle of the lake?
Get
God,
Rogers
no.
Center. Rogers.
But I will say it was pretty cool because we were out, the time that we were out was 4th of July time, and it was Alcott's fireworks. So we were out on the boat to watch the fireworks, which actually was really cool.
That's
I
awesome.
never got to see before, so it was neat.
I'd love to do that. I just watched the 4th of July fireworks over the Hudson this year. It was really cool. But on a boat, that would be so. Oh
Yeah,
man.
it was neat.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing, not a real crazy boating story, but I mean, I guess it really isn't boating, like more along the lines of fishing, but we used a boat.
that's not allowed.
but-
Then we can't talk about that. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But on the outskirts of the area we live, more toward Rochester, is an area called Lindenville that had this stream that ran to this creek that ran through it called Oak Orchard Creek. I don't even know if it was a creek, might have been a river. We used to rent these little boats that had trolling motors in the back, and we would just go up the river and go fish. But that was always fun. That was my first real boating experience that I was allowed to drive the boat. It's like,
Driving a boat. I'll piggyback on that. For one, my first time driving a boat, I was probably like 7 years old. It was out in Syracuse, my dad's friend, and it was immediately I was hooked. I loved boats, loved being on the water. Like, it was just so cool. Maybe it was because it was like my first driving experience, so like I just had that attachment to it. But those little boats you're talking about is one of my worst boating experiences I've ever had. Is me and a friend of ours, old friend of ours. Me and him went out on this lake, Silver Lake.
Giraffe.
And
Sorry, I know who you're talking about. And go on though.
okay, so me and him, we go out there and we're fishing. We're fishing with Doritos. Like we're out there just fuck off, pretty much. It was a great time. Well, like we both fell asleep on this boat. Now, it's a 4-foot boat, metal, on a beautiful day. I have never been more sunburned in my entire life. The top of my feet were sunburned. Like I couldn't even put socks on, I couldn't put sandals on. Like it was the worst summer. But speaking of that same person, he's one of the reasons why we stopped going boating on the lake, Ontario. Because it being as choppy as it is, even on a calm day, it's pretty choppy.
And it's got some wake to it.
Yeah. It's just a matter of do you have white caps or not.
It's like a sushi restaurant. It's full of chopping. Sorry. Go on. Bad one. Just move on. Pretend it is.
Bad one. Anywho. So when you hit these wakes, you're doing these death drops and shit like that. For sure shit. We got Kyle's dad's boat. It was probably 18, 19 footer, open bow. We're sitting in the front of the bow. And we hit a death drop. And the anchor goes up and comes down on his foot. So we're just, all right, we're done. We're done out here. And that's pretty much after that we started doing the river. The river was really fun because they had a lot of canals that you can kind of get restaurants right off the docks, all that stuff. But back in the day, one of our first experiences on the river was when the border wasn't as strict as it was. And Kyle's dad's like, man, we need gas. I'm like, all right, whatever. So then we go to this dock and getting gas. And Kyle and I are just kind of walking around on this dock. And it did not take us long. We're like, we're not in America anymore. We're in Canada. So then it was, let's just get on the boat and then just get the hell out of here, pretty much.
Yeah.
There was so many. I remember your dad. Oh, man, there was one day. The boating, I forget what happened to the boat. Someone was breaking on the boat, so we had to end early. We get to the dock. We get in his van. He's backing up the van, and he hits his back window on a crane hook.
Oh,
Shatters
no.
the
I
window.
remember that.
Then it was, oh, fuck this day, whatever. Let's just go get some Taco Bell. Somebody's parking his favorite spot at Taco Bell. So, like, he was having a bad day that day. There's so many great memories on the boat. I love being on the boat. I love just, like, I know you were huge into, like, tubing and stuff like that. I did it a little bit, especially in our early years, my early years boating with you. But I just enjoyed being on the water. I'm fine, especially on the river, how strong the current is. You head up river, cut the motor, and you just kind of drift along and enjoy the water. You hop in, you pull
Play some music.
The old Kyle's dad move where you throw the floaty in and you say, oh, I got to go get it now. And you have to jump and get it. Like,
I didn't want to go swimming. But...
Yeah, the old.
I didn't want to get what?
The depth meter, and you're like, all right, man, 12 feet, I can get to the bottom, and then you try to get to the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's so fun. I got so many rocks from the bottom.
Right, it's really cool.
You get below like 9 feet, and you gotta do the thing to pop your ears.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many cool moments. I enjoyed every little bit of it.
It's fun.
I know you, Sean, you and your cousin didn't come out till like really later in the years. With us, and it was still only a couple times. It was still fun.
Oh,
yeah. I remember there was now a yacht club, but it used to be a bar that we'd get chicken wings, eat it out on the dock, throw the bones over the edge of the boat for the fishes to eat.
That might not be good for fish.
Really frowned upon.
Yeah.
So many fish.
Maybe.
The canals, we were riding underneath a bridge, and then all of a sudden somebody jumped down. And we picked him up. We picked up a hitchhiker.
I forgot about that.
We were riding around on a boat in the canal, and they have these water bikes, and somebody tipped over a water bike, and we had to save that person.
Oh my god.
So yeah, nice. I remember a lot of our random encounters.
Yeah, I was gonna mention my dad's boat, you've probably gathered, wasn't the most secure, reliable thing.
No,
I'm going
to stop you right there. Just stop you right there.
Okay.
Your dad, anything of his was not the safest. It was not the most kid-friendly. I remember getting into a car accident with two of us sitting just on the floor of the back.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
I remember.
And telling you, just go, Dave. Like, get the information. Let's
get out of here. We don't need the cops here. We don't have
Cops get
seats.
there.
Cops were there.
Cops
We were
get
just standing
me.
awkwardly outside. Like, where are you guys sitting? Oh, in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Me
back.
and our friend Adam, I'll say it, whatever. We're sitting in the back. Well, we were in the back. We're on our knees as high as we possibly could, just to at least give it that illusion that we were actually in a
In
seat.
seats.
And we're just like, just go. We're going to get chicken wings. He's like, just go get the wings. Just go. And he flips on the light. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? Turn off the lights. Let's go. So yes, his boat, his car, vehicle, the contraptions, his mini bike, his mopeds, all the BB guns that we use. None of it was safe, but I wouldn't change a goddamn second of it.
Right? It's made it that much more fun.
Yes, we escaped death so many times.
Yeah, we got lucky for sure. But yeah, good times. Good times. But yeah, the boat wasn't very secure, wasn't very reliable, but we got by. That's where we found out the boating community, at least at that point, was very, very nice. Like a lot of people, you do the thing where you wave at other boaters. That's nice. But we had so many times when we were just stalled and we were like trying to wave people down. You can't just wave because they'll just wave back. You have to do like, hey, we need help.
If we're dying.
Yeah. And then we got towed back so many times, and people take an hour or so out of their leisurely day to help us out. That was very nice. That's why we helped out people when we came across them. My dad's boat recently, we were on it though, and he had it rigged up so he had to hot wire it to turn it on. He had 2 wires he had to clip together and stuff. Wasn't great.
Did he steal this boat?
I don't think so.
You flat out can't say no, and that's what's concerning.
But it was his boat then. So but yeah, I think I've brought it up to him. Like, if you really want to go boating, maybe you should just rent a boat because you don't go that often nowadays. So, get a nice boat that, I don't know if that's a viable option, but
Most boat rentals are the pontoon boats.
Yeah.
Which if that's your thing, that's fine. I don't like pontoon boats.
No, they don't. They're not fast enough.
They're not fast enough. You don't really. It's just an open board and with seats on it. Like, there's no storage. There's no there's really no walls to it. It's just railings.
Yeah.
It's just for really leisurely going, which as much as I enjoy leisurely going, I like to go fast.
I like to get some speed. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to get to an
that's
area
fair.
where nobody is fast and not have to worry about putzing out there.
mhm.
yeah. That's fair. But yeah, it was good times. Do you guys ever kayak or canoe?
No,
not.
I've been on a kayak for about 3 seconds. I tipped over. I was
Oh
done.
no.
The wife wants kayak. She likes kayaking. That's her scene. But that's not for me.
Oh, me either. Give me a motor. I don't want to have to work. I don't even like pedal boats.
It is.
Yeah.
It can
Yeah,
be
it's fun.
exhausting. Your arms usually hurt the next day.
Oh, it's a great workout. I'm not arguing that. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of pedal boats. So.
All right. So, are you guys ever planning on having your own boats now that
Yes.
we kind of? Okay.
There's a decent amount of lakes around here by me. So I would say yes,
Okay.
but that's in the distant future.
Oh yeah, definitely. For
I got
We're all-
way too much credit card debt to be thinking about a boat tomorrow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd like to buy a house before I buy a boat, so I have a place to put the boat.
I have a house. I don't have a place to put the boat.
I had an uncle who had that problem, and he just lived on a boat, rented out a dock. He had a little houseboat.
In
They had a
Western
big-
New York?
No, it was in Virginia, I think.
Well, that plays a huge factor.
Yeah, you can't own a houseboat in New York, Cal.
That's
I'd
fair.
be frozen. I'd get one
Literally.
summer out of it, and then I'd be done. I'd be dead.
What happened to
Be
Jake?
really-
He froze out in
really
the
good
middle of
one.
Lake Erie.
Yeah. He's just at his house forever.
How's Jake getting to work? Oh, well, he's got to wait till the lake freezes over so he can walk back to his car.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of something too. My dad bought a boat for spare parts, but the boat itself didn't work. So he was like, he just had a boat in his backyard and he would just hang out in it. And I think he was planning on making it into a bar, but it didn't pan
I
out.
do remember that because so the three of us in particular, we lived 3 streets in a row. Kyle, Sean, me. So like Kyle's back, all of their backyards, I could see from my parents, but it was my house growing up, back window.
He would just stare at us. with
Yeah,
his
I
binocs.
legit would. I remember growing up like, Kyle's pool ladder is down. He's in his pool. Grab my bathing suit and I'm heading over. Like,
Yeah. that's
Sean's in his pool. I hear the music. Grab my bathing suit. I'm heading over.
Yep.
But like, I do remember going to my parents' house and like looking in the back. I was like, all right, 1 boat, 2 boats. Why are there 2 boats?
fair.
And I remember asking, you're like, yeah, it's a parts boat. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You failed to tell me that the other boat was pretty much useless. It didn't run.
Yeah. We've gone through some boats, it happens.
RVs.
What?
You guys had an RV as well.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was fun. I think we sold that to somebody.
You did on Price
Di-
Street.
Yeah, different thing though.
I remember going with you guys to drop it off. I was really jealous of it because I loved RVs. I don't know why. Just having a house on wheels was a really cool idea.
Right.
And then you can tow your boat.
Then I could tow my boat.
There you go.
All right,
Get
fine. Kyle, you gonna ever want a boat?
They're expensive and hard to maintain. So I think if I were to go that route, I'd probably do like just rent a boat occasionally because I don't think I'm gonna be using it enough. But if I ever get super rich, maybe I will. We'll see.
Now,
See
what
it-
kind of boat you guys thinking?
Ooh, I'd have to do research. I haven't really looked into that at all.
No, like, all right, fine. Like, you want to go fast? You want to just cruise? Like, if you just want to cruise, then yeah, pontoon would be great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sean,
I was saying, I want a cabin cruiser.
is that like this thing? Well, smaller. Never mind. That's a
No,
yacht.
that's a yacht.
But like
Yeah.
one of them that has like the 2 decks. And
No, it doesn't even have to have that. Just the front bow isn't open. It's a enclosed area, so where it's got at least a
Oh.
bed or something in it,
okay,
like one of
So
those.
go out camping or something.
If I wanted to, I could sleep on it. Yeah.
So you talking like Kyle's dad's size cabin cruiser?
Maybe a little bit bigger.
Or are you talking like, yeah, like I agree. I'm looking at a cruiser for sure. You're talking for the most part, it's 2 levels, really.
Yeah.
You have your seating area in the back as a level, and then underneath you have that's enclosed. You have a bed. There's usually a sink, a microwave, maybe a TV,
Yep, something like that.
bathroom. Yeah. Most of those, so you can sleep like 4 people.
Whoa.
Yep.
So like
Okay.
that's a 100% what I have.
You got to
Been
pick which family
looking at-
member you don't want to bring.
Well, right now they're small enough. They're small enough they could fit in one. All 3 of them could fit in one bed.
They could sleep together. Yeah.
Yeah,
If not, put the littlest one on the floor with some blankets.
yeah, that's fine. They might not all like even going on boats.
Just get one of those floaty things with the armrests and the cup holders and just sleep out in the water.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
dangerous.
Western New York, you don't. Well, yeah, in Texas, yes, you'll get eaten. But like in Western New York, you'll be all right. There's nothing gonna eat you here, unless you go to the lakes because there are sharks in the lakes. I will stand by that.
What do you mean there's sharks in the lakes?
There's sharks in the lakes.
Freshwater sharks?
Fresh one.
Is there freshwater sharks actually?
Yes,
Giles?
there are. Bull
There could be
sharks.
then. I don't know a lot
Bull-
about sharks.
Bull sharks are like, well, great whites are usually regarded as the most dangerous, but honestly, bull sharks should be the most dangerous because they are fresh and salt water, and they've killed more people than great whites.
And they've been documented as pretty far north up the Mississippi River.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
it's
drop that
possible.
knowledge on you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There could be, lakes are big. Sean just said Lake Ontario is huge. There might be caverns that there's undocumented sharks there.
I think they should get a cryptid for one of the lakes. They're so big. They gotta just get a cryptid, put it in one of the lakes.
Well,
What
there
do you
is
mean?
a Lake Michigan sea monster.
There you go. A
Yeah,
cryptid is
no, it's not. Yeah, champ.
Yeah, the giant sturgeon.
ooh, a sturgeon.
Yeah,
Those things are
prehistoric fish, man.
Cool.
They're cool.
I think this is a good point though for some chin scratchers. So this brings us to, unless you guys have anything else about boats. No?
no.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Well, that brings us to our next segment then. Sean's chin scratchers. How long am I
All right.
supposed to pause?
So this is
Okay.
my fun segment that we have every week. I didn't see any comments from anybody about if they had
Assholes.
any questions that they wanted us to ask. So please, guys, submit your questions that we want asked on the show. It's a fun little segment that we like to have here on this. So I know with my doing of this, it's kind of inspired everybody else to come up with questions each week too. So it's fun. I like that everybody's getting involved. So it's cool. It's cool. So I got one for you this week. It's kind of a makes you think, is it the right decision? So say you're talking to a girl and you find out that all of her previous ex-boyfriends are now dead. Do you date this girl?
No, I'm married.
Good answer. If you
I'm
were single.
engaged.
If you were
Oh.
single.
I might just. There's probably.
How did they die?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that matters to me a lot.
Okay.
Like if they all died in like controllable experiences.
This is what I'm gonna do in this situation. I'm single, but I'm probably still friends with my fiance. So I'm gonna be like, yo, not my fiance. I'm going on this date with this potentially murderer. So if I don't come back, if I don't call you by like 6, call the
No,
cops.
I'm not even
And then
saying
go
that-
to the date.
I'm not even
You're not saying the
that-
first date. You're saying like at some point in the relationship, they die.
Yeah, and not even I'm saying after they weren't together anymore, that they're their exes.
Oh, okay.
They're dead. So they
Oh, yeah,
died at some
definitely.
point from something else, not from her, or maybe from her.
Do,
So
do,
if you
do,
break up
do,
with this
do,
girl, you have the
do,
potential or the
do,
worry
do,
that
do,
you might
do.
die because all these other guys died.
Well, that's it. You have to consider like, all right, like, is this a forever thing? Like,
I guess I got to keep her around if I don't want to die.
right. No, I don't think I would. It's more or less because I feel like if you had to deal with, I mean, depending on how many there is, I guess is a huge factor. But if you're talking like 6, no matter who you are, that's going to take a toll on you. And you're probably not emotionally stable enough
Yes,
for a
that
relationship.
psyche's not the greatest.
No, yeah, you're probably like gonna kill people even without this curse or whatever. You're probably Harley Quinn.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
I'm not superstitious at all. So
You're little stitious.
nope, not really. Not even a little stitious. Sorry. That's what, an Office reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I get that a lot. But yeah, so I'd depending on how I'm assuming there's some reason I want to go on a date with her more than just I just heard there's this girl whose ex-boyfriends keep dying. I gotta go on a date with that particular person. But if we met in some other way, then that's not gonna stop me. I'm not superstitious. And I don't know because I don't have a lot of experience dating, but I feel like I might be able to see some red flags if something was really
Yeah,
bad.
that's probably true.
Hopefully,
That's me. It's like I'd fuck her, but I wouldn't date her. That doesn't make me an ex. It just makes
Right.
me a fun
Notch
night.
on,
Well,
notch on the
fun
bedpost.
night for me. It'd be a fun night for me. A disappointing night for her.
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
No, my dick does that.
my belt doesn't have notches. It's one of these like slidey belts. So you said it would be another notch on the belt.
I didn't.
No, I didn't. I said notch on the bedpost.
Oh, never mind.
Meanwhile, Kyle's pants are off.
You took that belt off way too easy, bro.
That was hilarious. It was amazing.
Yeah, God.
Any other questions?
Yes, I do. If you could see a sex tape of any two movie characters, who would you pick?
Movie characters.
Characters?
Yes, characters, not celebrities. So like Tony Stark and somebody else, or like
Black
someone else.
Widow, whatever. Man, Hulk and Black Widow.
Yes, Bruce Banner as the Hulk.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fuck, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna go with who's that bunny with the she's not Bugs because Bugs dresses up a lot. but
Lola?
and
Kyle's
literal God.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I just want to see the logistics of a cartoon having intercourse with a all-powerful celestial being.
Yes. What the? Oh, we know what Kyle's watching now.
Doesn't matter which God. I've seen Steve
Ooh.
Buscemi's God. Morgan Freeman.
I got one. It's not because I want to see it. I want to like. All right, let me ask you this. So, like, if it's in the same universe, does it happen in that universe?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I want to see Lieutenant Dan and Jenny fuck, just to see how it fucks up Forrest Gump.
Oh shit.
Oh jeez. That's messed up, man.
Then Lieutenant Dan's gonna die.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
Man,
I like to watch the world burn sometimes.
it's an impactful choice. Do you have one, Sean?
I guess I don't know. Probably just Jessica Rabbit and
Talking cartoons.
well, I would have her be with a human.
Roger Rabbit stuff. She was in Roger Rabbit.
I don't.
Right?
Yes, it's Roger's wife.
Oh, geez, I didn't know that.
Yes, and
Who else?
I don't know
Who else?
who the guy. I'd say maybe.
Ed Sheeran.
He's not a movie character.
I
Well,
don't
technically,
Yes,
he is.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He's in the movie yesterday.
How about the eyeball
Yes.
from
He's
Monsters
in
Inc?
yesterday. He's in Star Wars. He's in Game of Thrones.
Oh.
He's just in another movie too. I forget what it was called.
Weird.
Weird. Money talks.
Yeah.
I don't know who would want the guy because I really don't care.
The
About the
eyeball
guy.
from
Chewbacca.
They have like Jack Sparrow and Princess Leia.
You got any rum?
that would
got a
be a
jar of
weird
dirt.
dynamic.
I got a jar, dude.
Anyways,
That's one of my favorite moments of the entire series.
Right? All right, those are my questions.
I don't.
All right.
Weren't as big a rating, but
I don't have
I
a
have
question. I do have a
questions.
question, but I first wanted to tell you guys about this weird thing I ran into today. This is like I don't know if I'm pointing to it correctly, but this is like this is like a scanner. It looks like a barcode scanner. Apparently, there's a thing where you can shine light on yourself and it prevents your hair from growing. It's called IPL, intense ILP. What's it called?
Intense laser
IPL,
therapy.
How did you find
intense
out about
pulse
this?
light. Alicia was on one of her weird shopping apps like Wish or whatever, and she saw somebody who had a barcode scanner up to their armpit, and she's like, why is this person barcode scanning their armpit?
I don't think that's something you should buy off a Wish.
Probably not. No. But yeah, it's called intense pulse light, and apparently it activates, like, it heats up the pigment in your skin and affects the dermis layer of, and affects the follicles, and can actually help prevent hair growth. I thought it was a scam when it's like somebody shining light onto their skin to prevent hair growth. It's crazy, but it's not a question. So I do have a question though. If you would you eat ice cream if it was the same consistency and flavor, but at room temperature?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I would.
If it
Bite
was
into
still solid like that,
Yeah, right. I would eat it and that, like, chomp on it then.
yeah, exactly. Because
I got
like,
sensitive teeth.
I don't eat pudding cold.
That's true.
But you can eat it cold.
I was gonna say I have, like, it doesn't bother me if it's cold or warm pudding.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
So if it
Okay.
was still the same consistency and flavor, so it was still solid, that I could lick it or bite it, and it's not going to hurt my teeth because it's not cold. Yeah, 100%.
I wonder if you could design it to melt at like body temperature. Anyways, I just got thinking about how they use mashed potatoes for commercials as a fill-in for ice cream. It's like, what if they just had room temperature ice cream? That'd be crazy. I'd probably eat it too and try it out.
I like watching those videos on how they make stuff look for the ads and whatnot. Like,
Burgers
yeah.
with the sesame
Like the-
seeds. and
yeah, the
stuff
Burger
like that.
King burgers, they actually paint the burger with shoe polish to make it look brown.
Or when they do a bowl of cereal, like it's not milk.
It's glue.
Yeah.
Is that what you ate earlier?
Oh, what are you
Sorry.
talking about? Yeah, right.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call
Sorry.
back to an hour ago. I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention.
All right. But yeah, what are your questions, Jake?
All right. In a sporting event, a championship of sorts, would you rather lose closely in a heartbreaking fashion or just get your ass kicked?
I'd rather lose closely. I've always been a fan of the game. I'm in it for the the game itself. And I much prefer close matches. It's like, hey, you know what? We did good. We put on a good show. We had fun. We did good. I'm not as much into winning.
Clearly.
Like, it's not like the thing. I really enjoy winning, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I'm not a super competitive person. So I'm not playing to win. If I'm playing a game, I'm playing for fun. So I'd
Okay.
rather have a close game, because the blowouts are never fun for either side. It's just boring.
They're really fun for the winning side. But anyways, Sean, what about you?
They're losing either way.
You're losing either way.
Blowout, because then I can leave early.
If you're playing it,
Oh, if I'm playing. Oh,
yes,
okay.
if you're playing it.
Oh shit. Close. Yeah, then close. If I'm playing it, I want to lose close, knowing that, all right, I kept up with this team all the way until the end, knowing that, okay, I might still have a chance maybe next season or another time that we have the caliber. But if we get blown out, oh man, I guess we really weren't as good as we thought we were. Maybe we shouldn't have been here.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'd have to agree. Probably close. I do hate losing close, because then it's like, man, if I did this one other thing differently, then it could be differently. Like in hockey. Yeah, if I played this defensive play differently, I could have moved the puck up we could have scored and tied it up. But I'd rather have that than just being like you guys said, just never was in it. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. You aren't going to learn anything from getting blown out. In a close game, you'd be like, we could have done this better. Like you're saying, could have done this. This sort of went this way. In a blowout, it's like you never stood a chance.
Mm-hmm. All right. Second question out of 3 for me.
Oh.
Would you rather live a short 40-year-old life? You have love, you got a wife, you got kids, you're surrounded by love, or a long 100-year-old life all alone?
Oh, definitely short, happy.
I mean,
doesn't look like a hard no.
I said loved, not happy.
Yeah, I maybe when I was younger, the life for life's sake itself was important, but I'm definitely at the point in my life where it's like life is what you make it, for sure, but there's bad. No matter what you do, there's always going to be bad in life.
There's bad.
There is bad.
It's bad.
And so I'd rather have a good short. I'd rather be there for a good time, but not a long time.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, I'm going the short route.
Okay.
Let my memories live on. That's the whole point. You want make good memories and enjoy your time with everybody that you can.
All right, I agree with you guys. I think that's the way to go, because you can live a long life and then
what'd you do?
Yeah, right, exactly. You get up to 100 years old, you can't really do shit.
Yeah, maybe you changed somebody's life in those 40 years that you had.
Mm-hmm. That being said, you can live alone and still have happiness and not necessarily have a family, but have like a found family.
Right. It's called drugs. So anyways,
it's called alcohol.
My
Oh my God.
Nice. You may have been happy with your friends and loved your friends, but there may have been nobody around. It was just your hallucinations from all the drugs.
Right, exactly. Right. Some Fight Club shit. So, last question. What noise do you think a fart makes inside the anus?
What?
So, like, you fart, right? Makes tons of different noises. The amount of gas that comes out, the size of your cheeks, all that stuff.
The air pressure.
What noise does it make inside your anus before it gets out? Do you think it just
where is the sound sensor? Is it like in your lower intestines?
If you put like a microphone up your asshole,
you have the sound sensor here and the wind passes by in your intestines.
You just shove a microphone up your asshole.
Okay. Yeah, it probably just sounds like air moving around. Like,
well, the noise of a fart is your butthole rattling. So if you had to fart and you spread your cheeks wide open so your butthole is there, it's just air coming out. So
I'm testing this out later. But nonetheless, all right, fine. Like, it's your butthole rattling. You're telling me like your sphincter doesn't rattle then, like inside?
I don't know. I don't know. So
maybe I'm onto something.
Maybe it sounds different on the inside.
Right.
Maybe on the inside it sounds like a trumpet.
Right. Oh, that's I'm curious. Like, just
is it? Yeah, but on the scale of what a fart is.
Is that what it sounds like? It's going.
On the scale of what a fart is, in a certain amount of space, like your fart coming out of your body is not a lot of airflow, but coming out of your body in that compact area, it could be like a fucking wind tunnel at 100 miles an hour. So it could be whoosh, like, so it might sound fucking big. It'd
be scary. So. Your cat is like looking at us in disapproval over your shoulder.
There's Thomas.
Wow.
This is kind of completely unrelated, but I have this stupid habit that I can't break where I try to say the word burp while I'm burping. So it doesn't affect the sound. It's just like, oh, didn't work. I can't burp on command very well. Oh, just imagine I just burp though. And it would just be like,
why did Kyle throw up on the podcast? Because he was trying to make himself burp.
Nope, didn't work. No, didn't work.
But yeah. So what happens though, sometimes I think there's a burp coming. So I'm like, burp. And it doesn't happen. And I'm like, oops.
Oops.
I have to burp soon. That's why I said burp. No other reason.
Earlier today, as on the same subject, we were driving home from where we were, and Rachel, achoo! I gotta sneeze. Achoo! Yeah, I know you had a sneeze. Want to know how I know you had a sneeze? You sneezed.
Just in case you weren't paying attention.
In case I wasn't paying attention, right?
Make sure you say +2.
Those are the only. Don't do tight.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only questions I had.
Okay. Good questions.
What do you guys think is an acceptable amount to burp in a day? How many times?
Oh, fucking burp or shit? Because I feel like those are two.
Burp.
I mean, I'm easily doing double digits.
Oh yeah,
easily. I'm probably like in the 20s. Like, probably very easily. There some days I'm in the 30s.
I have no clue.
All depends on my diet for the day, or
sure,
yeah.
Right.
For me too. With the medicine I take, I get acid reflux, so that gives me heartburn real bad, and it makes me burp. So if I don't take my stomach medicine, I'm very gassy.
I had
I counted one time before I hadn't taken my stomach medicine. I burped 23 times in a 10-minute span.
Oh,
like,
man.
that's probably not good.
Ugh.
He's got good diaphragm.
Yeah.
What's a good amount of shit in a day?
Burp. I did it. I said burp while I was burping.
What's a good amount of time? How many times does shit in a day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I usually do 1 to 3 on a good day.
I'm around 3 to 5.
Jesus. All right, cool.
I have bad days. Don't get me wrong.
It's been fun, guys. Nice episode.
What are you at, Jake?
Oh, I'm easy. 7 minimum.
I'm so
You're
gassy now.
breaking the house record every week, every day.
I mean, the one day by noon, I was at 6 shits.
Jesus.
By noon.
Maybe you should
I don't have a good diet.
Oh, okay.
It's a really bad diet.
I just eat seeds sometimes. I just like seeds.
I just shit out seeds like a bird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically.
Right.
Bullet seed.
I'm not going to talk about this on the podcast. Never mind. Remind me to something about deer poop afterwards.
Okay. Well, guys,
that's a great place to end.
Remember to comment questions or whatever.
Yeah, like what the fuck is he talking about with deer poop? If you guess it right, we'll acknowledge it.
Tune in next week when Kyle reveals about his deer poop.
Mm-hmm.
And
tell us stories about your boats too. I'd love to hear them.
Yeah,
boats
right.
And hoes.
Thank you for joining us. We've been Beer League Benchwarmers.
See you later.